Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ringside Cinema. I am Money Mike, and today we're going to talk 2K26 as we got some more news that just dropped literally before I was going to record this video. As we talk about the covers, the special editions, and the fact that there might be 4 additions to this game, and what this could mean for the roster, and we got some hints about the roster. So there's a lot to go over here. And let's start with what 2K just dropped. Just literally before I recorded this video, 2K26 King of Kings edition with Triple H on the cover, the Deluxe Edition. This is the Deluxe Edition of the game. 2K was teasing this earlier in the day. They had a video with Paul Heyman where he was like, "Hey, who's gonna be on the cover of the Deluxe Edition?" And I think he pretty much said like every member of the division. And then it turned out to be Triple H. And we got this little video where Paul Heyman was following Triple H around, again, trying to get every member of the division on the Deluxe Edition of the cover. And then they go into like the headquarters, the WWE headquarters, and it's this big reveal of the Triple H cover for the Deluxe Edition. Yeah, this is interesting. This is interesting because when you look at the cover, this is Triple H, Ruthless Aggression, Reign of Terror Triple H, with the big gold belt, the World Heavyweight Championship. And I am curious about this because when you look at the other covers, which we'll get into here in just a second, it doesn't fit because the Triple H with the big gold belt was Ruthless Aggression, the Evolution days. So my question here is, are we getting more than one showcase? Because the leaks from Mike Straw all pinpointed to CM Punk getting the showcase. He said CM Punk is on the showcase, is the main focus of the showcase, and that we're looking at different things with CM Punk, where it's him, what if he didn't leave WWE, his favorite matches, etc., etc. But we have yet to see a CM Punk cover reveal, which I'm assuming, will be revealed tonight on Monday Night Raw. So, so this is kind of interesting that they did announce the Deluxe Edition, the King of Kings, Triple H, on the cover of the game. But could we again be looking at a Triple H showcase? Maybe there's more than one showcase here. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Especially when we do start looking into these other covers that were already announced. Because the first one they announced was the Attitude Era Edition. Now, first off, I said this on Twitter when this was announced. Please make this a physical copy. Like, I do not want this to be a digital only edition, which is probably, unfortunately, what is going to end up being. Because that cover looks absolutely amazing. I mean, I got it up here on the screen, but I mean, you just look at it. I mean, it's absolutely amazing cover, and that the Attitude Era nostalgia hits you hard. And when you look at the cover, you got Masked Kane, something that the fans have been wanting in the game for quite a while now. We've always had different versions of Kane, but we've never had the original attire, debut 1997-98 Kane. And again, so let's look at this cover here. You got the Ministry edition of the Undertaker. The Undertaker when he was in the Ministry. That's an Undertaker that is going to be a very good attire to have for the Undertaker. You got The Rock, Kurt Angle, Lita, Trish Stratus, China, Stephanie McMahon, the Dudleys, Shawn Michaels, Kane, and Austin kind of in the center there. The one thing that I am curious of here is the slogan for this year's game: "The show never stops." I am very curious what that means. Um, because you see all the different editions of the game they've announced has had this slogan. So I am very curious to see what this is actually going to end up meaning. The Attitude Era edition, again, this cover looks so amazing. Like if this was a physical edition of the game, I would absolutely buy it just for the cover. But let's look at the other one that was announced on Saturday night's main event. Monday Night War edition here. Again, going full on 90s nostalgia with the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars. You got WWE versus WCW on this game on this cover, and again, very weird pictures that they use because the Booker T in this photo is not WCW Booker T. It's like a WWE version of Booker T. It's kind of weird that they would do that, but you got Bischoff, Booker T, Goldberg, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hollywood Hogan, Team WWE, The Rock, Austin, Taker, Triple H, Kurt Angle, and China. This is interesting because I go back to what I just said about a second showcase. And 2K is playing around now with the showcase we saw last year with the what ifs, the dream matches. And obviously, yeah, a CM Punk showcase would be absolutely amazing. But could we be seeing like a full on dream match showcase WWE versus WCW? Because I think that would be kind of interesting, especially if you do have one of the matches would ideally be like a War Games style match between Team WWE and Team WCW. But again, yeah, I mean it's superstars that we already know of that have been in the game before, so they haven't really revealed anybody new on the covers, which kind of sucks. I kind of wish they did at least give us a teaser of some new superstars in the game on these covers. But I mean, I guess we'll see maybe tonight on Raw, CM Punk. Maybe they'll announce the standard edition of the cover with the trailer. Obviously, pre-orders start on January 30th, so we're going to know more by then. But again, the one thing that is interesting is that the Monday Night War edition is seemingly the one that has everything. Like this is going to be this year's Bloodline edition, as we saw with the Bloodline edition last year. It was the most expensive one, but again, it seems we're getting 4 editions of the game, like which is kind of overkill. I guess 2K is learning from TKO and getting more greedy with their games. But again, I got a question here. Why are we getting 4 editions of the game? Like even I thought, CM Punk on the cover, maybe you would have done like a deluxe edition with like a women's evolution or revolution special edition with like AJ Lee on the cover. Does this mean AJ Lee maybe is going to be a pre-order bonus? And of course, before they dropped the deluxe edition cover with Triple H, we did get this graphic here on their 2K website that I would want to talk about here because it's showing hints. It says reveal 1, calendar, circles drawn, lines crossed. You will have to choose. That is interesting because it's a calendar, so I'm guessing that this is going to have something to do with like universe mode. Maybe like the draft again. so much like has been leaked already, or I guess leaked by Mike Straw, that a draft and universe mode is supposedly back. So maybe this is what this means. Pet iguana, and then it says something in Spanish. Um, yeah, the pet iguana. I think we all know what that means. This looks to be maybe a DLC hint. I mean, it'd be cool if we got some triple A members on the base roster that were not DLC. That'd be amazing. But yeah, this pretty much looks like it confirms Mr. Iguana from AAA. You got the fur boots and the two-tone wig. It was never just a phase. Okay, I'm kind of curious what that means. Is that like a hint at maybe something with the creation suite? The two-toned hair. You know, we talk about AJ Lee. Well, AJ Lee, one of AJ Lee's biggest rivals was Caitlyn, and we know Caitlyn kind of had that similar, that had the two-toned hair. Uh, could that be a hint at Caitlyn making her return as DLC in a WWE video game? Then you got the VHS tapes, which if you zoom in closely, they kind of tell you what kind of the matches, and it does hint towards like the CM Punk showcase. Again, it does have like Cena versus Orton, with Orton spelled wrong, and I've seen a lot of people like, "Oh, this is AI," which I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if this was AI, honestly. But people are like, "Oh, it's AI because they spelled Randy Orton's name wrong." That's not why. I think that's a hint at Santino because we know Santino mispronounces names, and it's funny when he does it because like he certain name pronunciations he has is just hilarious, and Orton is kind of the way that he would always say Randy Orton. So I think that's kind of a hint. Maybe Santino. Maybe Santino is in a TNA pack for DLC. Um, then of course the VHS tapes. You got like WrestlePalooza. Is that meaning like ECW WrestlePalooza? Are we looking at CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth and Becky as a showcase match? The shopping card is interesting, and I think that's kind of leans towards ECW a little bit. A lot of people are speculating maybe Raven. Again, that'd be kind of cool. Again, getting more ECW characters in the game would be awesome. Then you got the microphone, say it louder for the people in the back. Um, I guess that's referencing the CM Punk pipe bomb. Also, the fact that we're supposedly getting the I Quit match. So I think that's kind of interesting. Then, of course, you look at the rest of the picture, and you kind of got like Blake Monroe's mirror there. I think that could mean, again, I think this could be DLC showcase um, reveal. Um, and if they're going all out with the Monday Night War nostalgia, holy crap. If we can get more WCW superstars, arenas, maybe even throw in some ECW in there as well, go full on Monday Night Wars, get all three brands represented, that would be amazing. But again, a lot of people have been talking about this. Something I want to talk about here. Oh, how can you do WCW without Sting? And yeah, I'm very curious about this myself because obviously you cannot talk about the Monday Night Wars without Sting, the franchise of WCW. So unless there's some secret deal that WWE and Sting, Steve Borden were able to agree upon to get a Legends deal, because we do know, and for a lot of people, are going to say, "Oh, he's in AEW. He's a AEW Legends deal. Oh, there's no way it's going to happen." Mind you, Billy Gunn is in AEW. We got Billy Gunn as DLC in 2K25. Jake Roberts has had a Legends deal with WWE for quite a while now, even when he was in AEW, and has been able to appear in WWE games. So it is very possible. Now, I will say, WWE, I think, is smart enough to where they're using the legends, WWE legends that are not active performers in AEW. So, like Billy Gunn, obviously Sting now with him being retired would no longer be active. Obviously, he still shows up every once in a while, helps Darby Allin, whatever. But again, it does seem like it's the non-active wrestlers, performers that are in the games for WWE and have Legends deals. So, it's quite possible that we look at somebody like Paul White, the Big Show, where he's not an active performer in AEW. So it's quite possible that WWE has Big Show under contract to a Legends deal. Maybe we don't know about it yet. Maybe they're waiting for the full roster reveal, and there's going to be like a whole line of merchandise for 2K26, new Legends deals, new Legends merchandise coming up on WWE Shop or whatever. But again, you got to remember, WWE owns the rights to the trademarks of the Big Show, the Giant, which was his name in WCW. So it's quite possible that, again, he's not an active performer in AEW, that we could get the Big Show in 2K26, given it does seem they are using the non-active former WWE talent who are in AEW. Now, again, I could be wrong about that. I'm not saying it is, but I'm just saying it is very possible that a Legends deal may have been signed secretly and that we're going to find out about it on January 30th. Who knows, right? So, yeah, I think if this is going to go full on nostalgia with the Monday Night Wars, I think we're going to get some more ECW DLC. We got ECW. We've been getting a lot more ECW in these games these last couple of years. So I really hope, we got New Jack last year. We've gotten the Dudleys, Sandman. I really hope we do get like Sabu, maybe Raven, Tommy Dreamer. Like, let's get some more ECW in here. Let's go full on nostalgia with the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars. Let's get all three. That's a showcase that I would want to see. Is just a showcase mode that covers like the best of WWE, the best of WCW and ECW. Like, just playing matches throughout all three brands. That would be a amazing showcase. Seemingly tonight on Raw, it does seem like we're going to get four editions of this game. The fourth one being revealed with CM Punk, him being the World Heavyweight Champion. We might get the first commercial, the first hype trailer for the game. We might find out some pre-order bonuses, stuff like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments below, guys. Do these covers have you excited for the game? Are you looking forward to 2K26? Let me know in the comments below. And which cover would you buy? The Monday Night Wars edition, the Attitude Era, or the King of Kings Triple H edition of the game? Let me know in the comments below. And as we get more 2K26 information this week, I will have more coverage of that right here on this channel. So go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button today, as I do produce weekly wrestling content here on this channel, and we'll be live streaming the Royal Rumble this Saturday starting at 1:30. So a full week of content coming to you. So sit back and enjoy. I've been your host, Money Mike, and you've been watching Ringside Cinema.